What's up, guys? This is The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I am Chris. We've got Ryan from Miami.
Fake plants are way better than real plants. Like, way better. Way better.
Haley the Bear.
You're petting a plant.
Producer Josh.
Just another episode of why Ryan should not have a prop anywhere near him.
I mean, look,
It's beautiful.
He did good. I introduced him first, and he didn't go off the rails.
That's true. There was no Miami Heat. There was nothing.
We didn't have anything. Yeah, it was nice.
Maybe we should get him more
Talk
props.
derby to me. Talk derby to me.
Derby to me. All right, we'll go right there. But before that, poll winner, Josh.
The people have sided on the side of history. Sided with the side of history. That was nice. Just really starting strong. Allow myself to introduce myself. They believe the Beatles are not overrated. Just slightly. Just slightly.
Just slightly.
Just slightly.
Slightly not overrated.
A lot of people thought they were overrated, though.
Yeah, because they are.
But they're not.
What was the split?
55-45.
Man, that's a lot closer than
Yeah.
I expected. I expected to get just like dumped on.
Yeah, I think it's hard. It's hard. You have to divide like how they are rated in the scheme of music versus do you like them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's why it made like stuck out to me. That's why it stuck out.
Absolutely.
Is I'm like I know there's going to be some people that are on my side about this.
Yeah, we got a lot of DMs are like, I respect them, but I don't listen to them.
Right.
Which,
Did
honestly,
we
same.
get any DMs about the hot take game? Did people like the hot take card game that we pulled out?
They liked the variety, although some of those cards were a little flat. So it was.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes today.
Side note, I've seen people on our YouTube ask where they could vote on our polls. You just have to follow our Instagram because it's on our Instagram stories and just always see when we post a story because it's kind of...
Follow, like,
Yeah.
review, rate.
It's not at a set time.
Yeah.
So you have to keep following us.
Yeah, you have to engage.
And pay attention.
And we see all those comments on our YouTube channel, and we are very appreciative of it. So thank you for those that are engaging with us
Yes, we are.
on our YouTube content.
By the way,
we passed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you, Ted.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say we've got more than 1,000 subscribers. Please go subscribe to that YouTube page. Ryan, what is that page again? You want to give it to the people?
It is youtube.com/C/The Quad with Chris Young.
Go do that. Go follow us.
Nailed it.
Subscribe. Lots to get to as always, but let's start with music.
Music.
Hakuna Frittata.
What a wonderful phrase.
What a wonderful phrase.
If any of us look tired right now, it's because Key West Songwriters Festival was this past weekend, and we were all there. And yeah. Basically, Nashville picks up, goes to Key West, and decides to engage in who can drink the most.
Yeah, Nashville likes to party and Key West likes to party. So when you mix those two parties, it is what we call a blink show.
You edited
It's
yourself. That
our
was nice.
cage-free philosophy.
We need an applause button
Yeah.
for when that happens.
That was really nice. Can you imagine being a local there and just seeing like
Oh my God.
hundreds of drunk songwriters just like infiltrate your city for 4 days?
I am simultaneously saying you're welcome and also I'm sorry to all the fine people of Key West.
The bartenders love it.
Well, that's again, I said I'm simultaneously saying
You're welcome.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry. I had an absolute blast down there, and obviously got to see all of you guys while I was there. But the performance for me at the new amphitheater, I'd never been to that amphitheater before. CMT came by and filmed some stuff with us. It was just a really, really fantastic weekend. So. And shout out to everybody that came out because a lot of that, pretty much all of that stuff is free. And we did an actual full band show that was ticketed, and you guys showed up.
It was slammed for sure.
It was amazing. Also, big shout out to our friends and friends of the pod, Tyler Reeve, Anthony Smith, Trent Tomlinson. They all got up and sang some of their number one songs, and it was a great weekend. I had a blast.
I had a blast.
You know, I had never gone to Key West until we went a couple.
Are you serious?
Like 18 months ago that first time, or
when Savage Cabbage,
the beginning of Savage Cabbage,
became a thing.
It's become one of my favorite places. It really has.
So much fun.
It's such a cool place. Very underrated.
This was a first-time experience for me at the Key West Songwriters Festival, and I'm going to make it an annual tradition. It was that much fun to not only interact with the artists and the songwriters, but just to see Key West come alive like that for a festival. And it was actually really fun to talk to people on vacation that had no idea that the Songwriters Festival was there, that were completely like jarred with the amount of drunkenness that was going on in Key West.
They're like, what is happening?
Like, why are all these people playing all these cover songs? Like, no, ma'am, they wrote these.
They wrote these songs.
Also, speaking of ma'am, big shout out to all the moms out there. Happy belated Mother's Day. I got to hang out with my parents while I was down there. They came with me on the trip, so I got to take my mom to breakfast and have some hang time with her. And obviously, if you do follow us on Instagram, you saw the post of all of us and our moms that we posted up there. So shout out to all the mothers everywhere. You guys are amazing. And I do not a day goes by that I think I would be in the same place without the influence of my mom. So
hugely important. Moms do the whole thing, you know. Dads are important too, but moms.
I would like to give a shout out to your father too, Chris, because him and I had a lot of one-on-one time this weekend in Key West, and he might be the coolest man on the planet. I love your father. So, and he's also a very bad influence on me.
My dad at one point, so we stayed had a pool, and he just out of nowhere goes, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." And I'm like, "What did you do?" And I had my AirPods out by the pool, and I'd set one of them like on the edge, and he just punted it into the pool.
He looked at me and he goes, Haley, go grab it. And I'm like, oh God. I swam down there and grabbed it.
I was talking with Ryan. I was like completely oblivious to what was going on. And he was like, yeah, I just kicked your AirPod in the pool. Sorry.
Yeah, well, good news is the AirPod still works.
It does, which is true. And what a weekend it was. And I wanted to ask you, CY, because the QS show, that amphitheater not only was like an intimate amphitheater, but one of our friends actually told us it was the largest crowd they'd had at that amphitheater, maybe ever, for a show. But you reached back into the archives, buddy. You played some of the old schools back in the day. Beer, Gasoline. There was some good stuff. What went into that? Because you played for 2 hours. It was crazy.
Yeah, we don't always play for 2 hours. There's a lot of shows where, they want 75 and that's it. And I don't know. I was just feeling myself, I guess. we were having a lot of fun. And people were yelling requests and we were just playing whatever anybody wanted to hear. So if you missed that one, you missed a really special show. It was a lot of fun.
There was even an island version of At the end of a bar.
We did. And as close as I get to like reggae without having steel drums
or appropriation.
Right. Well, we did like
without getting canceled.
We did like a fun island version of an intro for At the End of a Bar. It was pretty funny. But yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. Again, thank you to everybody that came out. Thank you, BMI. Thank you to all the songwriters that were there. It was pretty special.
Speaking of At the End of a Bar, Chart Watch, where are we at?
Sitting at 17.
17.
Yes. Keep spinning those.
Let's go.
Keep spinning that record. Is that okay?
I also got
Okay.
Absolutely. You can get away with that. Okay. Keep spinning that record. Yes. I also got a very I don't know if I'm Ryan's spinning his finger in the air. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I got a very drunk call from Mitchell Tenpenny while we were down there at like 5:30 in the morning, which again, 4:30 in the morning here, but it was like, hey buddy, what's going on? And he was like, I'm like, oh no. He was like, nobody else is awake. I'm like, well, yeah.
Yes,
I
it's
get
morning.
That. It is in the morning, and you have now woken me up. So thank you. But he is very, very excited. All right. What are you listening to? Ryan, I know you're going to have to look yours up, so I'll give you a second.
No, I got one.
Oh, whoa. Hey. All right, go ahead.
Wow. The accusations post Key West. You don't think I listened to a lot of music in Key West? You know?
I do.
It was great.
That's true. That's true.
That was my filibuster for why I was looking up.
Yep, he was still looking it up.
Oh my God.
How dare you accuse me of looking something up while I talk about
All right,
it?
I'm going to go before Ryan then, because I'm not going to let him get away with that. Speaking of people that were out there on the road with me this weekend, I love that Anthony Smith has so many songs that people don't even realize that he wrote. And the one that he did with my band is an old school one, but a great one. This is the same guy I wrote Tomorrow with, by the way. What About Now by Lone Star. So we're going to go throwback country for some of you guys.
Such a good dude. We love us some Anthony Smith.
Love me some Anthony Smith. He's awesome. Ryan, are you ready now?
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
I am. So this was actually, and this is one of the reasons why I really enjoyed Key West too, is you got to hear songs by songwriters you didn't realize that they wrote. And this song, God Bless the Boy, which Cody Johnson has covered, Barrett Baber is the songwriter behind that. And I heard him play on Sunday, and it was incredible to just hear him explaining that song, how he wrote that for his daughter. And the lyrics behind that are amazing. That song is incredible. Barrett is an incredible songwriter, and he crushed it playing that song. So God Bless the Boy. It's an incredible song.
Barrett's great. I love him. Go ahead.
Well, sorry about that.
Nope. Sorry.
But I'm actually going not Key West, unless she was there and I just didn't realize it. But I actually randomly came across a song, and it's kind of depressing, but it's called Narcissist by Avery Anna. And the song randomly came across my Alexa, and me and my friend Emily were in the room and we're like, gosh, that's really good. Cause she's currently going through a divorce. So we were like, she's like, I love this song. And it's actually pretty good. And then I was driving down Music Row, and this banner is actually up for that song. So I was like, oh, I like it.
All right. You actually, for the first time ever, picked a song that I do not know. I've never heard that song.
Same.
It's a country song.
It's a really good song.
The kick of the song is you if you can't love me before you love somebody. No, you can't love. God darn it.
Anyway, go listen to it. It's really good, apparently. Mine also, Ryan. I had heard our good friend Bobby Pinson sing this a bunch of times, but "Burning Man" by Dierks.
Yeah.
You just forget it's such a good song.
It's a great song.
It's amazing.
Shout out to Bobby Pinson as well. That guy is so dang talented. I think he played every night that week.
I think so too.
I really do. I think he played every night.
Kind of upset I missed his legendary party. Apparently, like every Sunday, he throws a massive party on Sunday nights in Key West.
I've talked with him about this. Sunday is like the day that everybody flies home. And I'm like, dude, you got to start doing this Saturday. Like, why are you waiting until Sunday to do this?
Well,
I get it. It's like the wrap of the weekend, but everybody's gone by then.
Well, also, you're competing with the Duval Street concert on Saturdays.
Not at midnight.
Yeah. I did stay for that party on Sunday, and it was really fun. It was a bunch of snacks. I had my first ever bacon wrapped Twinkie.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I love that you immediately were like, there were snacks.
There were snacks. That was delicious. And then it was an open mic to play 90s covers. So it was just a bunch of 90s country stuff. And then at the very end, Brent Mason was there and came up and started picking on a song. And it was everything as advertised. It was great.
Brent Mason, one of the most fantastically talented guitar players you'll ever hear.
You've heard him on literally every song.
All of the Alan Jackson records, all of the everything.
He's been able to reinvent himself every single deck. He's on FGL songs. He's on if it's chicken picking and really clean.
It's him.
It's him or Brad Paisley. It's one of those two.
Okay. Well, let's go to sports.
Sports.
The NBA is a crazy, crazy place right now.
Sure
it's
is.
wild. You have thoughts. I already know. I'm going to turn it over to you, but I do also want to say, even though they lost last night, man, Memphis is good even without John Morant. They are a fantastic team.
They had an incredible record this season. John Morant missed like 20 games this season, and I think they went 18-2 over those 20 games. Like they are a great team. This is one of the most fun postseasons I think in a while. It feels as though this top 8, 4 teams in each conference are all pretty even. Even the games are relatively close. The Suns look like they're at full power. The Suns look devastating right now.
The sun is very bright.
So do the Warriors. The Warriors do too.
Warriors look good. The Celtics came back and put the smack on Giannis. Al Horford.
Oh my God.
Who did not play last season. He was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder and sat for a whole season, is now having a career playoffs, 52 points in the last 2 games, crushing it. Dunked all over Giannis. It's been really fun. If you're a basketball fan, this is the postseason for you right now.
You're enjoying it.
Thank you, by the way, for skipping over the fact that the 76ers evened up the series with the Miami Heat. I do very much appreciate you skipping that fact.
It's as if you were avoiding the fact that the Heat won the 2 games that Joel Embiid didn't play. That's so weird.
That's very odd, man. And by the way, the details of James Harden and his demise have been greatly exaggerated because he came back and played like James Harden that we remember.
They called him the Undertaker. He just sat up out of the coffin.
Out of the coffin.
Also, to be fair, the Heat shot 28% from 3 in Philly and had 56 attempts and were terrible. That will even out in Miami. So Heat and 6.
Hey, you know what doesn't even out in Miami? Joel Embiid playing.
Yeah.
I just want someone to punch him right in the orbital, fractures.
They tried to.
They already did.
They
did. They did that.
Don't wish ill among another player for your own benefits.
Ooh.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Bear, you wish ill on every player on the Packers.
It's true. How do you feel
I
about
don't
Aaron
say it out
Rodgers?
loud.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
You wish ill on Aaron Rodgers since he was born.
Yeah. So again, if you aren't watching the NBA, that might be a time to go check it out. It's pretty cool.
How about that Coach of the Year bet?
Yeah. How about that, Ryan?
You realize, I do want to let you know, some inside scoop here. We evened out on that one because we bet Heat Celtics end of the regular season. So we're nixed on that one. However, I did bet you on Sunday night that the Heat would win in 5, and they will not win in 5. So congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
There's
I picked up
some money coming your way.
a second bet.
Yes, you did.
Ryan's
Nice little
very in the
hedge.
lead. You just completely just skipped over the Coach of the Year thing where you were like,
Do you want to know that? Okay, so I made a bet with you that Eric Spoelstra would win Coach of the Year. In the
I
NBA.
immediately was like, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll take anybody else. I'll take the field, and not realizing I, for some reason, thought that there were coaches of the year for both conferences, Eastern and Western, not in overall.
Nope.
No,
and
sir.
So now I owe you money.
And Monty would have been an easy pick because he was second in voting last year and should have potentially won it
Yes.
last year.
He also, in a landslide, beat Taylor Jenkins and Eric Spoelstra. So it wasn't even close this year for Coach of the Year.
Yep.
All right. Quickly before we transition, because Ryan wants to get his talk derby to me thing in. We were sitting with some people last night watching the Preds lose. Sadly, they're now out of the playoffs to the Avalanche. But while we were all discussing something, someone brought this up, and I was like, that's really interesting. Across all major pro sports, what teams, and since you were sitting there, you can't say anything, Haley. What teams do not end in an S? What team names?
Across baseball, NHL, NBA, football, all of it.
Oh, interesting.
I just named
Well,
one of them.
The Heat are one of them.
Yes. It's more difficult than you think.
Yeah,
isn't
this
it?
is tough.
I got a few of them last night.
I finally picked up on the fact that one sport in particular that uses a hockey puck has several of them.
Kraken.
Yes, that's one.
Lightning.
That's
Yes.
another one.
And he just said another one.
I just said one of them, and neither one of you guys can.
Avalanche.
There it is.
yeah.
Wow, that's really good. That's
Wild.
That's
The
a
Wild.
really
Yep,
good
that was-
trivia question.
It's
a really
very
good trivia
interesting.
question.
That's an excellent trivia question. If you could name 6.
The Red Sox.
The White Sox. Mm-hmm. What's the one NFL team?
They're doing the same thing I did. Where it's just
I'm just going from conference to conference.
Well, that's the easiest way to try and figure it out is going through it on the map.
But because every team name normally ends with an S, because
Yeah.
it's like a group of things.
Yeah.
Who is it? Give it to him.
Hold on. Oh!
Wait, I just
I don't want all the dead air, but I do want time to think
You do
about
want
it.
to try and think about it. All right. Well, while you're thinking about this, Ryan, you and I will move on. We'll talk Derby. The longest shot since I believe 1913, 80-1 winner of the Derby. Go ahead.
Rich Strike, baby, the longest shot in 80 plus years to win the Derby, which by the way was
it's
late
over 100
ad.
years. Yeah.
Rich Strike was a late add to the field on Friday. So, coming into this race, Rich Strike wasn't even a part of the Derby field. Ends up with an incredible stretch coming all the way from the back to win this race. It was really incredible. And I don't know, they say this is the fastest and the greatest 2 minutes in sports. It lived up to the billing because everybody loves an underdog except those that bet on the favorite, They don't like
Except those that bet on the favorite. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Sorry, I just coughed into the mic. My bad, guys. It almost looked like made up the way that race ended. It was almost like everyone was acting because that horse came out of nowhere.
When they left that
You think
lane.
You think the trainer, you think anybody that had any affiliation with this horse was like, yeah, we're going to be celebrating the Kentucky Derby.
No, there's not I get it. Everybody has a chance once you're at the race, but no, they were probably all losing their minds.
I'm sure there was a lot. I mean, the pool for that, I think the owner of the horse got like 1.8 mil for winning the Kentucky Derby.
It's crazy.
Pretty crazy. Preakness is coming up though, so we'll see if Rich Strike is able to win that as well. So Eric Reed, the trainer of Rich Strike, congratulations on an incredible underdog victory, 80-1 odds. Nice.
All right, if
You have
thought
to
of
tell
any-
me. No, I can't figure it out.
So the Utah Jazz is one.
Oh, Jazz. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't even think basketball. I was thinking NFL this entire time.
Yeah.
Well, there's a technicality in the NFL because this current team is changing their name.
Yes.
I thought they already
Washington.
changed it. They
It
already
hasn't-
changed it to the
They
Defenders,
did.
right?
No,
Or whatever.
no. It's
Commanders.
But it was the Washington football
Yeah,
team.
I thought that, and then I was like, no, they changed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the football one?
That was the only football team.
Oh, this is a trick the
yeah,
whole
it's a
time.
trick.
And then Orlando Magic is another one.
Yeah, I would have gotten all the basketball ones. I just didn't. I wasn't
right.
thinking there.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So all the NFL ones and
All of them have an S now. Yes.
fascinating.
All right.
That was good. That was a nice little brain teaser.
is.
I liked it because I was sitting there and I was like, son of a...
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of any of those things. I was sitting there racking my brain yesterday because I didn't. It's one of those things you don't want to look it up.
No.
You want to try and do it just off the top of your head.
I was doing every NFL conference, just team by team. I was like AFC West, AFC North, AFC South.
Yep.
That was good.
My poor search.
But I still can't even think of the Washington football team as the Commanders because I feel like it hasn't been initiated into the new season. So I haven't had to
until I see the
about,
jersey.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Until
I mean, I know a lot of people that are fans of that team and
that which will not be named.
Refuse to call it by the new name. It's like, all right.
Quick baseball update, by the way. Just to the
I
start.
was going to say, I kind of brushed over that. My bad.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani hitting his first ever career grand slam yesterday against your Tampa Bay Rays, which wasn't great. That snapped the Rays' winning streak.
They're not my Tampa Bay Rays, so we're clear.
Did you have to call that?
I did not. I did not do that game.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I am 1-2 in Rays games that I've done this year. First one was excellent.
Why'd you say that? I was about to be like, see, that's what happens. You don't have Ryan on the call, and they get Grand Slam against.
Oh, don't worry. We got 3 games this weekend. Did you say Grand Slamming?
Grand Slam against.
I don't know. I just ignore.
I want Denny's now.
I was about to say that makes me think of Denny's.
Oh,
we're gonna go get some Grand Slammies.
Man,
that sounds nice.
Denny's does sound nice.
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet.
I haven't either.
Anyways.
All right, now we're talking about food. Let's go to movies.
No, Derby. Did we talk?
No, we did.
Oh,
movies. Enemy of the State, 1998, rated R. Action thriller, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Has held up pretty well over the years, actually. 72% of Rotten Tomatoes, 88% of Google users like this movie. They actually have a TV Guide rating for it, which tells you how old it is.
Oh, my God.
And how often it's on TBS. Let's go.
Corrupt National Security Agency official Thomas Reynolds, John Voight, as a congressman assassinated to assure the passage of expansive new surveillance legislation. When a videotape of the murder ends up in the hands of Robert Clayton Dean, Will Smith, a labor lawyer and dedicated family man, he is framed for murder. With the help of ex-intelligence agent Edward Lyle, Gene Hackman. Why does everybody have 3 names? Like, just tell me the first and last name. Good God. Dean attempts to throw Reynolds off his trail and prove his innocence. Box office of $250 million.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that big a movie.
It was a huge movie. Huge movie.
I mean, there's obviously Will Smith, Gene Hackman, John Voight, Regina King. There's a lot of famous actors in this movie, but
well, and this is,
part of the scenes in this movie.
Yeah, this is part of the coming out party for Will Smith too. Like, Independence Day is 96, and then this is in 98. Like, he's about to start the run that solidifies him as a massive movie star, a bankable movie star.
when was Man in Black?
99.
yeah, I was going to say it was after that.
Was it? Okay.
This was definitely along the path where you could see the trajectory of Will Smith's.
It was right there when he started blowing up. Yeah, for sure.
But didn't he blow up with Fresh Prince?
Yeah, but he wasn't a movie star at that point. He was a TV star.
Yeah, it starts with Independence Day, and then he just kind of rips off a whole bunch of movies. And then Wild Wild West happens, and we all scratch our heads and go, why did this movie exist?
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't hate Wild Wild West. When I was a kid.
Look, I watched Wild Wild West. It wasn't good. It was bad.
Again, as a kid, I didn't hate it, and you got the Burger King toys.
That's true. So this is the top 7 actors, 8 actors. I'm like, I know every name on here. Mm-hmm. Will Smith, Gene Hackman, John Voight, Regina King, Lisa Bonet, Jack Black, Seth Green, Scott Conn. It's like, good God.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
I do think we should do Will Smith month at some point, because between this, Bad Boys, like, there's been a lot of Man on Fire.
I hate to. Yeah, that's not him.
That's Denzel.
Same
director as this movie.
I hate to even go there, but man, right after the incident on the Oscars, I even said, dude, Will Smith, stand up for his wife. Boy, that turned quick on him.
Yeah, it did.
No one is on his side anymore.
Yes, it did. I will tell you from this movie, there are so many good scenes because this is basically like a paranoia-led film based on government spying and operations. And there are so many good one-liners in this movie. One of my favorites is when they're inside of that building where Gene Hackman is kind of on the computer and the NSA, if you will, is about to break in and they rush out of there. He grabs the cat, they get in the car and the building blows up. And Will goes, "Why'd you do that?" He goes, "Because you made a phone call." It's one of my favorite lines in that movie. And it's just the chaos that ensues all throughout. And the shootout scene in the restaurant is just an incredible scene where Will Smith just crawls out from under the table, just covered in blood with his hands up. And this movie has everything you could desire out of it. And absolutely, it's a timeless movie. I can watch it 10 years ago or like I watched it last week. It's just fantastic.
Well, and it's aged really well. And to not touch on the political side of it, but just to skirt around it, they're talking about legislation about spying. And then a couple of years later, the Patriot Act passes with good reason. There was a lot going on in 2001, obviously, and the events that led up to that. But this really is like, it puts our viewpoint of the NSA and what government overreach could or could not be into the forefront. This is sort of the first movie that kind of like solidifies that flag. And then we've had so many things since then. Edward Snowden, all of that stuff. I mean, it's been really cool, but it really has aged super well.
It really has. All right. By the way, we liked this movie, right?
Oh yeah.
I liked the first half that I saw before I fell asleep.
Okay.
You fell asleep during Enemy of the State?
It was late. It's been a long weekend. I slept a lot because everything just made me tired.
Also, director Tony Scott.
Yeah.
Can we just like go through his IMDb really quick?
He's got a really good list.
Top Gun, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Days of Thunder, Last Boy Scout, True Romance, Crimson Tide, Enemy of the State, Man on Fire, Deja Vu, and Unstoppable. Those are just like some of them, but those are. I love all of those movies.
Still around?
He passed away in 2012.
Okay. The reason that I asked, and sorry for not knowing the answer to that, but was because all of those movies I love.
Well, and Ridley Scott is
except Top Gun,
right? And Ridley Scott is his brother, who is
Yes.
also a filmmaker and director,
Yes.
who did Gladiator and
everyone
Black
knows
Hawk
Ridley
Down.
Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like what?
Wait a minute,
what
did you just
family.
throw Top Gun under the bus? Like you just steamrolled right over Top
Have
Gun.
you not heard me talk about this before?
No.
I don't like Top Gun.
We talked about this last week, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we
Yeah.
did. Because someone was like, we need to watch the new Top Gun. And I was like,
I think my internet dropped out at that point.
Okay. I know I am in the minority on that one. Like, I would get buried if that was a hot take, but I do not like Top Gun.
I don't like it either.
You don't
so
like
you know
Tom
what?
Cruise either, do you? You're not a Tom Cruise fan?
I like Tom Cruise.
I'm okay with Tom Cruise, but he doesn't blow me away like he blows everyone else away.
That was an interesting use of words.
All right, guys. Next week,
It is
we
time.
are finally doing it.
Shun-Chi and the Ten Rings. Let's go.
Sorry, Josh.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
No.
I want you to never watch that movie. now.
I'm probably never going to watch it, just on principle.
Yep.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That is the movie for next week. We are watching it. It's going to be awesome.
Multiverse of Madness. Mother's Day weekend. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
it's almost like they
Oh, I didn't
plan
even
things.
think that.
Yeah.
So weird.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
The signs are everywhere.
All right, let's go to the hot take.
Hot take!
Are we doing the cards again? Because I have a hot take.
I liked the one you sent.
All right, cool.
Should we read one card?
Let's read one card.
Baths are better than showers.
Get the hell out of here. No way.
No way. Hard no.
No, I know quite a few girls that would disagree with that because I have a friend who like takes baths religiously and then will shower just to make sure, you know.
Please help me understand
come on.
a math. Please help me understand a bath.
A math?
You draw water and then you sit in your own filth and you call that getting clean.
Well, no, it's more of just a relaxing thing. You do the bubbles. You sometimes if you have a nice bathtub, you got the jets. It's like almost like a hot tub in your bathroom.
So you're not getting clean. You're still sitting in your own gross.
But no one's considering themselves clean. It's just you're taking a bath to relax. I think we've established.
Come on, think of the song, okay? The song wasn't Splish Splash, I was taking a shower. It's Splish Splash, I was taking a bath.
Get out of here,
so
Ryan.
baths are relaxing. They're unwinding. You get to just chill. You light a little candle. Candle.
It is what it is. I'm a wide-shouldered dude. Bathtubs have never been comfortable for me, so they can F right off. Like, no thank you.
Speaking of songs.
You need a bigger bathtub.
Speaking of songs, Ryan, that's where we're going today. The best feel-good song of the 80s. Now, I want to qualify this a little bit. This is not the biggest hit of the 80s.
It's the feel-good.
It's just good vibe song. The best feel-good song of the 80s. And I will kick things off with one that I think is really hard to beat. Mainly because this is what popped on in a random shuffle of music, and I was like, man, I love this song. Dreams Come True by Hall & Oates.
It's a good song.
I think that song may secretly be why I like the DuckTales theme so much.
There could be a lot of truth to that.
No joke.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
As a musician, just from a place of that vibe.
It just goes in your brain. And you're like, oh, I'm a kid eating Dunkaroos. And
yeah. Man, yeah. All right. Dreams Come True, Hall & Oates. I want to hear what you guys have. And we're not going to Ryan next because Ryan's going to have a list from somewhere.
Yeah, Ryan is still Googling.
Ryan's Googling his list for today. So,
let me tell you about my friend. My friend Richard. He's never going to give you up. He's never going to let you down. He's never going to run around or desert you. He's never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye. Never going to tell a lie and hurt you.
You're really Rick-rolling everyone?
Rick Astley. Right now.
Oh, man. I don't know about that one. The best feel-good song?
It feels great.
Never gonna give you up. All right. Do you have one, Haley?
I do.
It feels like you haven't decided yet.
I'm stuck between two because they're two very different dramatic songs of tempos.
Okay.
So, but I feel like I'm going to have to go with this one just because Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin.
Oh, that's...
Because it is the ultimate...
Wait, time out. When was that released?
87... Or wait, hold on. It was 88.
Is that really from 88?
Yes. Are we checking? But
I'm checking. You keep talking.
It was
1988.
The way I think of this as the best feel good song because growing up on the beach, that was the song that was always playing every time you go to a beach and you're just sitting there.
That's a good one.
You're feeling good. So
no, I love that pull.
Yeah.
All right, Rye, you got to come in strong here on the end.
Not only is it a great feel good song, not only is it. I will do that. And not only is it a great feel-good song, but also remember the bass on the wall that popped out and started singing.
Yes.
Don't worry,
Billy Bass.
be happy now. Love that thing, because my last name's Bass.
So
Dude,
wow.
Just okay. What is your song?
All right, my feel-good song of the 80s. And for the record, just so you all know, there is actually a Spotify playlist called Feel Good 80s on it. So if you want to listen to some feel-good 80s songs, there is a playlist. And this song is on that playlist. I don't know what number it is, but it is on that playlist.
What is the song, Ryan?
The song is Get Down On It by Kool and the Gang. Every time Get Down On It comes on, you got to get down on it, if you know what I'm saying.
I got to be honest. I think that's my least favorite song of the four.
Yeah, mine too.
What do we know what it is?
We should avoid that one.
Oh no! Oh no!
I assume the dance floor.
Yep.
We're going to go with
We're
the
gonna
dance
go with
floor.
that.
Then you need to
For
get
the
down on
record,
it.
Cleveland.com ranked every number one song of the 80s. And that was a huge undertaking because there was like 300 number one songs in the 80s.
Okay,
Do you
again,
want their...
we're not going number one song though. That's the
I know that.
problem.
I know
is
that.
It's not
I know
what's
that,
the
but-
hookiest. It's not that. It's the feel good song of the
And
80s.
I think
There's
Don't
not
Worry,
a
Be
ranking.
Happy.
There's not a ranking on our good friends from Google and the internet on the best feel good songs.
You're gonna give us
of
the
80s.
top
So,
five.
Actually, I think there
I'm
might
going to give
be.
you the top five.
All right, give us the top
good
five.
luck. Go and find it because I scoured the internet for the last 10 minutes. Number 5, Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine, released in 88.
Not a
Number
feel-good
4,
song.
No.
Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody.
That was my
That's a
other
feel-good
option.
song.
That'd be a good one.
That was my other option that I was going for. But like I said, 2 different tempos.
Number 3, Madonna's Like a Prayer in 1989.
Oh.
At number 2, Prince's When Doves Cry from 1984.
None of these are feel good.
One of them was.
And
Besides,
number 1, the top song of the number ones of the 80s, according to Cleveland.com and our good friends there, is Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, 1983.
I mean, that makes you want to dance, but it
It's
doesn't
not a
make me
feel
think
good
happy
song,
thoughts.
yeah. Well, I mean, it shouldn't if it does.
Well, you know what? We should all just get down on it, you know?
I think it's
Get
time we
down
make our
on
own
it.
list of the Quad
Diddly-doo.
Podcast Best Feel Good Song of the 80s.
We're about to rank the top 4. So make sure you guys go to our Instagram page and vote on that poll because we need you to do it. It's important.
Your
Subscribe
country
to the
needs
YouTube.
you. Your country needs you. We need you.
Rate, review, give us 5 stars and put 1 star, not country. It's a joke.
Boo, not country.
Leave us
Boo, not
comments on YouTube. Leave us comments on
Everything.
Apple and Spotify. Leave us comments.
Let's go. All right, guys. Again, this has been The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I'm Chris from Ryan, Haley, and Josh. We love you guys. Shout out to everybody that was with us in Key West. We'll be back next week with more stuff.